What's going on, guys? I'm back with some more Flash Jackson Road to the Show, and I am ready to conclude his first year playing for AA Jackson Generals. We have just a few games to go, so we're going to go to the end of the season. The minor league season ends in early September, and right now the goals are to get a home run and to not commit an error. So top of the fifth now for Flash Jackson, his first at-bat of the episode. He's going to hit a hit down left field line, and that's going to be another base hit for Jackson. He takes a hard turnaround first, thinks about two, but he holds up at first with a single. Go to the top of the ninth now. Jackson down 2 runs, and Jackson gives us one a ride to left field. The left fielder going back to the track, and he's going to be able to catch up to it. As the Generals go down in this game, and Jackson does not get his home run, he goes 1 for 5, the average right now at 235, much better than where it was for much of this season. Working on speed now and the power ratings because I want to see if I can get this home run and complete all 4 goals this time around to end the season. Next game now for Flash. He's up in the first inning, leadoff hitter 0-1, and he looks at a fastball. That one was hittable. Now 0-2. He's got to protect and avoid a strikeout at all costs. As the pitch is off, and Jackson looks at a curveball. That one could have been called a strike, but now it is 1-2. Pitcher deals and throws a cutter into the dirt, and that's going to even the count up at 2 apiece. And now Jackson looking fastball, and he gets up and he likes, and he's going to hit that one over the second baseman's head, so he gets behind in the count, and now Jackson hits a gapper to right center, and that is going to let him get a double. First extra base hit of the episode, and Jackson now at third base, 1 out, as the ball is hit to left field, and Jackson will score on that base hit. So we go now his next at bat in the second inning. Man on first, nobody out. Jackson is a little ahead of that one. It pulls it down the left field line, and that is foul. 1-2 now, breaking pitch, and Jackson's hit that one to right field. But the right fielder misses the ball, and Jackson around first, alertly going to second base as he reaches. Now runners on second and third. Jackson gets moved over, and for the second time in this game, he will score, and the Generals now have 5 runs. Jackson up again in the 6th inning. 2-1 and 1 out. Jackson looks at a fastball low in the zone, evening the count at 2 apiece. Now looking fastball again, and Jackson gets up when he likes, but he fouls that one off. So a little battle here from Jackson. 2-2 pitch again, and that one's going to be a 2-hopper to the shortstop that he throws onto first base, and Jackson is out. So the Generals go on to win this game 5-2. Jackson is once again 1 for 5. He reached on an error and went all the way around as we continue now to work on power and try to get that first home run in his career. Top of the 6th, next game against Chattanooga, gives this one a ride to center field, but it's not going to be deep enough, and that's another fly out for Flash. I'm not even sure why they gave him a home run goal. It's more annoying than anything. 2 on, 1-1, 2 outs in the 8th inning. Jackson looks at a fastball, trying to stay alive and get some runs in for the Generals. He fouls this one off. And now the 1-2 pitch again. Pitcher deals, and Jackson gets something inside he likes, but it's a grounder to the third baseman, and he's going to throw it on to first, and there's going to be an error. A run will come around to score. Jackson alertly heads on to second base, as the Generals now look to tie this game and possibly take the lead with 2 runners in scoring position. 0-2, and the ball is going to be hit to the third baseman again. He throws it on to first base, and the inning is over. The Generals go on to lose 5-6 to Chattanooga, and Jackson goes 0 for 5, so only 2 for 15 to begin the episode. Not very good, but we're continuing to work on the attributes. Contact up a little bit now, 57 and 56 respectively. Jackson strikes out swinging at this slider, so looking to pick up the pace here in the top of the 5th inning. 2 outs in. Jackson down the left field line. That one's going to be a fair ball, and Jackson's looking for extra bases perhaps. Hard turnaround first, and then he goes to second after the third baseman had trouble with the ball. And now there's runners at second and third with 2 outs. A 2-0 pitch is going to be hit, and that's going to go to the outfield, and Jackson around third. He will come in to score. This 2 RBI hit gives the Generals a 4-2 lead heading on to the top of the 7th inning. 5-2 now Generals. 1-1 pitch to Flash, and he swings that one low and inside, but he's going to manage to get over the shortstop's head and get on base with another single. That's where a lot of his hits are going recently. Good at bat, 15 points. And now Jackson gets a green light to go ahead and steal, but he's just not fast enough yet. Come on, third base coach. I don't want to steal yet with Flash. The catchers are pretty good. Now top of the 8th inning, and Jackson first pitch swinging. He jams himself a little bit, but that one's going to be good enough to get him an RBI single to right field. So now you can see Jackson not getting good contact every time, but he's getting some of those to go into the outfield. And Jackson goes 3 for 5 and gets an RBI in this game and a lot of points to spend. Working on power, still 33 now for the right-handed power. Bottom of the 5th, 1-2 pitch. In the next game, Jackson tries to check his swing at a curveball that is called a strike anyways. Jackson strikes out looking. Bottom of the 8th now, the Generals have a 6-2 lead, and Jackson is going to give us one a ride to left center. Doesn't look all that deep though, and it's over the center fielder's head. And once again, more questionable defense from the teams Jackson has been playing in Double-A. A runner does score, but Jackson only reaches on an error and goes 0 for 5 in this game, average now down to 234. Bottom of the first, we're playing against the Jacksonville Suns. Last series of the year in Jackson to right center, trying to get some hits the other way. That one's going to be fielded by the center fielder, and Jackson thinks about 2, but then again, 64 speed, not going to go for it in this situation. So he holds up, and then he gets the green light to steal once again. Jackson sliding, and he's out once again. I'm sick of this. I'm losing 10 points every time he gets caught stealing. Late in the game, Jackson hits one up the middle. That one's stabbed by the pitcher, and that one is a ground out. We go ahead to the bottom of the 10th. Opportunity to win the game for the Generals. Jackson takes a ball low, a changeup, making the count 2-0. It gets up to 2-1. And the pitcher deals, and Jackson swings at a changeup out of the zone. I have a lot of trouble swinging at those changeups. Now 2-2. Jackson, a foul to left field. That one is going to be shy of the left field line. So now another 2-2 pitch. Jackson down the same side, a little bit closer, but still a little too out in front. 2-2 again. A breaking ball, and Jackson has this one through the infield, but it is far too shallow, and Jackson does not get the walk-off RBI. But the bases are loaded now, and the ball is hit to right field. Jackson, runner at third, is looking to take up. Jackson has no idea what he's doing. He's going back to first, and the Generals get a walk-off sacrifice fly and win the game in 10 innings. Flash goes 2 for 5 in this game, no RBIs, as he gets closer to 100 hits on the season as well. Power right-handed, still starting to go up some more. So next game against the Suns now 0-2 is Jackson looks at a curveball, and he's going to try to drive that one to left field. That's going to be extra bases, not quite a home run, but we will take a double as Jackson is in with another extra base hit. He's hit plenty of them in the second half of this season. He gets moved over to third base with the bases loaded, and then the ball is hit to right, and it's going to be dove at and missed as Jackson comes in to score easily. More runs do come in. It's 3-0 Generals. Bottom of the second is Jackson. He's going to hit one to right field now over the shortstop's head. This one's going to be extra bases once more. Jackson around first. Center fielder finally gets to it, but Jackson's in with his second double in 2 innings. Gets moved over to third base once again. Runners at the corners with 2 outs, and more clutch hitting with Jackson on base in scoring position, and he scores once again. Bottom of the fourth, 3-0. Jackson takes a 4-pitch walk. Taking some walks as of late. My eye is improving. I'm improving a lot in this game, I think, in my first year playing with Flash Jackson. Later, Flash hits one a deep short, and that one is not going to be able to get him in time as Jackson's in with an infield single. Bottom of the 8th, the Generals are just routing the Suns right now, and Jackson continuing to add on to it. Base hit to right field, drives in another run as Jackson has a very good performance at the plate, going 4 for 5, another walk, and an RBI. Great hitting from Flash Jackson, 2 extra base hits, points continuing to go towards power, even though I've never hit a home run before, and I disagree with this goal. And you can see here, 1 game left in the season for Flash Jackson. Can he get that home run? We're looking for the 1 home run. Suns out to an early lead, but Flash hits a base hit to left field. That will bring in a run for the Generals. It's not a home run, but it is an RBI single to left field. Bottom of the third now, Jackson first pitch swinging, but he's going to ground out to the shortstop. Very quick at-bat there. Now moving on to the bottom of the 5th inning. 0-1 pitch. Jackson once again a dribbler to the shortstop. He picks it up and throws on to first base, and Jackson's once again out. Ahead to the bottom of the 7th inning as Jackson takes a slider in. He did not give himself the green light with a 2-0 count, but now 2-1. Jackson once again a grounder to the shortstop, throws on to first. Easy play. Jackson will go to the outfield now. The bases are loaded. The Jackson Generals trying to hold the Suns, and a fly ball to center field as Jackson ends the threat. And we go ahead. It's the bottom of the 8th inning. The Generals are in a tie game, 9 apiece. But Flash hits it to the third baseman, and he's unable to make the play at second base, so the bases are now loaded. 1-2 pitch is going to be hit to right field, looking towards the foul line, and it is going to be caught for an out. So a threat is done there. Extra innings now. A walk-off home run, perhaps? We'll see. Jackson looks at a slider, 0-2 pitch, and then Jackson's going to hit a foul ball to right field. Right fielder going over as he puts away the final out of Flash Jackson's season. No home run, the goal is not complete, goes 1 for 6 in his finale, gets 100 hits total on the year, and I struggled hitting right away in this series, and I finally picked it up towards the end. So to get to 242, I think is very good for me, as much ground as I had to make up during the course of this season. In the offseason now, the Rangers won the World Series, and the Mariners offered Jackson a 1-year deal for $82,000, but I want to haggle with them a little bit. I'm going to go up to $85,000 a year. I want to make it a 2-year deal, $170,000, and the Mariners agree to the deal for Flash Jackson. So they have a premier center fielder in their farm system, and he's moving up to AAA. He'll be on the bench to begin his second season of play, playing for AAA Tacoma, and just one step closer on Flash Jackson's road to the show. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll be back soon with Flash Jackson's first episode in his second season of play.